Alright, what's up? We're gonna be doing the soma cube, and we're mostly gonna be focusing on just doing the blocks today. Another video will go over how to assemble the blocks. So we're gonna draw each of these blocks in the video. I'll be titling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after we draw all of these blocks individually, then I'll make another video and we will assemble them together. So let's open Inventor. And like I said, I've got several of them drawn already, and eventually we will assemble them. So let's start by opening a new standard IPT, clicking OK, and I need my blocks. Where did I put my blocks? Are they? Ah, there's my blocks. I can probably make this a little bigger. Um, Maybe over here. No, leave it over here. A little smaller. Right there. Okay, so I got my blocks in here. I'm going to start with number 1, and then I'll just move on there. So these are pretty straightforward sketches. Number 1, I'm going to start on the front plane. I'm going to do it the fastest ways I can think possible. So we're going to make each block equal to an inch, which means it's going to be a 2 by 3 box. So I'm drawing my rectangle, and I'm making it 2 by 3. So see, 2 by 3. Now, I also know I don't need anything in these corners, so I'm going to make the corners 1 by 1. If you're wondering how I get it to go from one digit to the other, by hitting tab switches these back and forth. So I don't actually have to wait. So I've got my object in here, empty space on either side. I'm going to hit finish sketch, and I'm going to extrude it 1 inch. At this point I'll color it. This looks like it's red in here, so I'm going to keep it red to try to keep color. So I can just go up here and I can do a red. At that point I will hit file, save, and I'm actually going to save it in here. Like I said, I've already redrawn these, so I'm just going to save it as red. So like I've already made a folder with all these, so I'm actually going to go and make a new folder for this. So I am going to make a folder, as you should. This is my one without spaces. To put all of your work in, keep it nice and organized, and I'm just going to call this either by its number or its color. So I'm going to call it red because it was red, and then I will move on and make a new one. So here we go for the next one. This will be the blue one. It is an L. It's going to start the same way as the red one did. I will draw a box. It is 2 horizontally and 3 vertically. And remember, I'm just hitting tab to change from one dimension to another. So we are 2 by 3. I'm going to hit finish sketch, and I am going to extrude this 1 inch. And I'm doing this one a little different, and this is just to show you a subtractive way to do things. I'm going to make a sketch on the front. I'm going to draw a rectangle right in the middle, and I'm going to dimension this to be 2 by 1. And it is telling me it has to be 1 because I grabbed onto the middle. I hit finish sketch, and I will just extrude cut that. So that's just to show you a different way to do it in 2 steps, a little less efficient. And now I'm going to color the object, and this one is some kind of a blue. So I'm just going to go sky blue dark. That looks good to me. And I'm going to save this one as blue. All right, next one. So for the next one, we've got an orange. It is a rectangle that starts out as 2 by 2, so 2 by 2. Remember, hit tab to do that. And we just get rid of the corner over there. So the corner is 1 by 1. I drew it from the corner and I hit finish sketch, at which point I can extrude it 1 inch. And then after I extrude it 1 inch, I can find some kind of color for orange maybe. And I will save it as orange. So when I'm finished with number 3, if we look at it, number 4 is very similar. So I'm just going to go to number 4. I'm going to select Start 2D Sketch. And I'm drawing a rectangle from corner to corner. And with this rectangle, I am going to make sure, just to verify that each side is 1. The computer will yell at me, and that's okay. Telling me it's like, you can't do this, it'll over constrain. That's fine, as long as they're both 1 and they're connected to that corner, we're good to go. Hit finish sketch, and I will just extrude it 1 inch. At which point I can change the color from orange to magenta. Now this is very important. You have to go to File, Save As here. If you just hit save, it'll save over orange and you lose that part. So we gotta change it to magenta. And I think that's all good. So I have magenta done. I'm going to do a new part here for number 5, which is kind of like this S thing. So number 5, once again, this looks like it is 1, 2, 3 by 2. So it's a 3 by 2, or 2 by 3 rather. It's a 2 by 3. When I zoom out, you can see 2 wide, 3 tall. And then I'm going to put a 1 by 1 rectangle in the top corner, 1 by 1. And I am going to put a 1 by 1 rectangle in the bottom corner. Remember, at any time you could go change these dimensions by double clicking on them if you got it wrong. How about that gives me my S here. I'm going to hit finish sketch and extrude. And this one is purple, so let's find a purple. P for purple. Purple? Anyone? I'm not seeing it. Ah, smooth purple. Looks good to me. I'm going to save that as purple. So I'm saving that as purple. And then 6 and 7 are essentially the same part, but facing different directions. So number 6 is once again starting very similar to number 3. So I'm going to start by redrawing number 3 basically. So I'm going to start with a 2 by 2. So 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 right here. I'm going to draw 1 by 1 in the corner, 1 by 1. So I did that in the corner. I got my 1 by 1 in the corner. I'm going to hit finish sketch. I'm going to hit extrude. It's going to go out 1 inch. And then on the back face, and it's important it says back, I'm just going to grab this here. I'm going to go to rectangle. And I'm going to draw a rectangle that is 1 by 1. So 1 by 1. On the back face in this corner, I'll hit finish sketch and I'm going to extrude that out 1 inch. And this is a yellow shape, so we're just going to color it yellow. I think there's a yellow this way. I could be wrong. Canary is yellow. There we go. So I'm going to save this as yellow. And the final one is very similar to the first one. So this green one, I'm going to start by making a oops. I'm going to start by making a 1 by 2, or a 2 by 1 rather, 2 wide, 1 tall, which is this portion right here. I hit finish sketch, and I'm going to extrude that 1 inch. I will then go to the back face and make a sketch. And if I'm looking at this from the front, it's going to be on the left side you want to go. So I'm making sure I'm still in my sketch. I'm going to draw a rectangle that I didn't get the corner of, so I'm going to actually get out of there. Rectangle, make sure you get the corner, that little green dot. And this is just going to be 1 by 2. So 1 wide from that corner by 2 tall. Gonna hit finish sketch and extrude. And I'm going forward. So we got all of this going right here. This one is green, which is my favorite color. And I will hit that and I will save it as green. So this is all of the blocks. Like I said, in another video, we're going to put them together and then we're going to do some dimensioning work. A lot to do with this project. So we're going to save this up and I will see you next time. Good luck.